This August 11th meeting of the Board of Trustees for the Burleson Independent School District is now called to order at 5:30 p.m. This meeting was duly posted according to legal requirements and a quorum is present. We welcome employees and guests to the meeting. Ashley, do we have any cards? No, ma'am. Okay, in that case, the Board of Trustees of the Burleson Independent School District will adjourn into closed session at 5:31 for the purpose of consideration of matters for which closed sessions are authorized by Title V, Chapter 551, Texas Government Code 071-084, whereupon the superintendent, at the request of the Board of Trustees, will present for the board's consideration or discussion the following matters. Consider teacher administrator employment or other appropriate personnel matters. Deliberate a negotiated contract for prospective gift or donation. Deliberate the use of security personnel devices and/or audits, including the intruder detection audit. Deliberate a matter regarding a student or student discipline. Deliberation regarding real property or consultation with attorney. So now we will adjourn into closed session. Okay, the Board of Trustees of the Burleson Independent School District will reconvene to open session at 6:36 p.m. We have one item to take care of from the closed session. I recommend that the Board of Trustees grant the Board President the authority to approve new hires between now and the next regular meeting in September. The Board will consider ratifying those hires at the next meeting. I need a motion. Pat, thank you. I need a second. Okay, Dallas, thank you. All in favor? Okay, I see none opposed. The motion passes. Okay, now let's all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one indivisible.
Okay, next, I recommend that the Board of Trustees adopt the order of items for the August 11th, 2025 agenda as presented. Need a motion? Okay. Sean, thank you. And second, Mike, all in favor? Raise your right hand. Okay, see none opposed, motion passes. Now it's time for special recognitions with Dr. Hill.
Good evening, everyone. Tonight for special recognitions, we have 3, and we're going to start with our unified track and field with Jamie Lambert Wilson.
Go. We good? Okay. Hello, I am Jamie Lambert, and this is Kat Kaimana, and this is our UIL Unified Track Team. I want to take a moment to recognize our team athletes. We have Kevin Acosta, Braden Bruder, Landon Coleman, Maya DiTomaso, John Dominguez, Baron Harrison, Cesar Hernandez, Jaden Hernandez, May Hernandez, Isabella Livingston, Aiden Loyoza, Landon Logan, Brody Lines, Brooklyn Lines, Andrew Mack, Megan Montel, Daniel Nelson, Ella Peters, Miguel Poblano, and James Reese, Latram True, and Eden Wolf. Some of those are obviously not here today. But this group of students, they are truly a special group. This was only our second year competing at a UIL Unified Track, and they ended up placing 6th at state. That's not easy to do, especially with the amount of talent and competition that they had this year, but their dedication allowed them to reach that level. Unified Track is all about inclusion and teamwork and building a community where every athlete, regardless of their ability, is valued and supported, and this team lived out those values every single day. They showed up to practices, encouraged each other, and competed with heart, determination, and sportsmanship. Their success isn't just about placing, it's about the friendships that they built, the confidence that they gained, and the example they've set for our entire school community at BHS. We're incredibly proud of you guys and all of your accomplishments, and we're so grateful to the coaches, the partners, their families, and the staff who have supported us along the way, and they really helped us push for this and get this thing rolling. Congrats to you guys on placing 6th in state. That's a huge accomplishment. We're so, so proud of you.
Outstanding. I'm glad that you had people to cover for Brody and Braden. And see, she carried you off. She carried you off. Come on, Lynn, let's get this. I know him, we're just kidding. I know this guy.
Look right here, 1, 2, 3.
Outstanding. Congratulations, everybody.
And
We
then,
want to see the parents of these students. If you've got some parents.
Yes.
here.
okay. Parents,
Thank you.
so I'm going to pass that off to Coach Dunn.
All right. You don't have one of those? We can work on that. Yeah.
I would appreciate it.
All right. All right. I'm Coach Dunn. I'm the golf coach at Centennial. This is the Centennial boys team. Went to state last year. Finished 12th at state. Not the best that we were hoping for. Second round got rained out. That was kind of when they started getting all the rain down south.
If I'm not mistaken, second round is your round.
It was all year, unfortunately. We played a lot better in the second round. In fact, at regionals, we went from 9th to 3rd to get to state. So they made a great comeback.
Second round is
And we were ready for the second round, and the 5 inches of rain didn't let that happen. But all 5 of these guys are going to be back next year. Dayton, be a senior. He's been to regional or been to state all 3 years that he's played. Brooks will be a junior. He's been to state. This is 2 years going on, 3, about to be 3. Yeah. On the other 3, all of them were all first team academic all district and first team or second team all district as well. Dayton finished 2nd at regionals, and I think y'all got the putt. I think they're going to show you a putt here. So he was in a playoff at regionals to get 2nd place. Hopefully you can see it on here. It's about a 50-foot putt that he makes on here, and we just got it on video, and we'll let you watch this. Hopefully it plays here. You see how long it was going across there. There it goes. So pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah. That was Dayton. That was to win the playoff. Fortunately, him and the Amarillo Tascosa kid were both going to state. They were just playing for 2nd place at regionals for the medal. So the other kid got to go to state as well. But I would say I taught him that putt, but we can only coach them tee to green. Once they get on the green, we're not allowed to talk to him. So that was all him. So. So that was all him. So thank you. Yeah.
Speech. Parents? Congratulations, fellas. I appreciate y'all being here. Looking forward to another great season, all right?
Okay, do we have any of their parents here? Well, let us let's see who you are. There's, okay, all right.
Thank y'all.
All right, hello everyone. I am so honored to be here. We are sharing the accomplishments of our GDDS TSA students for this past school year. TSA, or Technology Student Association, is a national nonprofit career and technical student organization for middle and high school students engaged in STEM activities. So we had 14 students who placed at regional and state levels, many of whom qualified to participate at the national level. So first I'm going to recognize students who placed at the state level in what are called UTE events. That's unique to Texas events. So these are events that don't compete at the national level. The highest level of competition is at the state level, and these students received awards for their work for their UTE projects. Let me start with middle school. We had regional and state levels earned in awards at UTE photography and or promotional design categories. So first I'll call up Quinn Early. Quinn placed 4th in promotional design certificate and 1st in digital photography animal pet color. Nathan Saavedra couldn't be here tonight. He actually placed 4th in digital photography family, 3rd in digital photography children, and 3rd in digital photography newborn baby. Avery Smith, come on up, placed 3rd in digital photography nature trees and 2nd in promotional design certificate. Sophia Spawn placed 1st in digital photography nature wildlife. Now we have our high school UTE events. The following high school students earned awards at regional and state level in these digital photography categories. So we have Gracie Coolidge, who placed 5th in street art architecture and 3rd in industrial architecture. And we have Palin Estrada, who placed 3rd in macro nature and 2nd in nature photojournalism. Finally, the last students I'll call up to recognize, they competed in events that are offered nationally. These high school students represented Burleson ISD at the national conference in Nashville this summer. And to earn this honor, students have to place high enough at the regional and state levels to move on to the national competition. And here are their awards from the state level. For Kira Ferdinand, she earned 5th place in future technology and engineering teacher. We had a group, Palin Estrada, Jack Myers, Chase Schreiwise, and Nathaniel Wixon. This team earned 4th place in video game design. Marion Cass couldn't be here tonight. She won 3rd place in promotional design. We had another group, Ivan Figueroa, Adam Rice, and Fabian Sanchez, who placed 3rd in board game design. And Fabian also earned on his own 2nd place in photographic technology. We also want to recognize Azri Brinkley Flores, who couldn't be here tonight, on being elected as a Texas TSA area officer. So we're so proud of what these students have accomplished with all of their hard work and dedication, and we're honored to share their achievements with all of you. Thank you.
Remember the first time I competed at nationals? No, bad joke. Do we need to scooch or can you get it?
Y'all can squeeze in just a little bit.
Can we squeeze in a little bit?
There we go.
Act like you like each other. Is this good?
There we go.
Got it?
All right. Everybody look here. 1, 2, 3.
Eric Estrada, did you get a pig?
I'm getting one now. All right.
Good to see y'all. Congratulations. Proud of you.
Well, do we have some of these parents here? Stand up so we can see you.
Thanks.
All right, thank you.
Thank you all for being here.
Thank you for coming. You know, those convocations never get boring. Y'all just raise the level every year. You know, it was It was awesome. It's just so great to see the campuses and the personalities that each campus has, and just to get everything started off good. Almost made me wish I wasn't retired, but not quite.
You know, I do want to say that special shout out to our custodial staff for cleaning up all of the nonsense up in the rafters and the confetti and the streamers and all. I don't know. Yeah. Quit looking around. You know who I'm talking to. I'm just kidding.
Everyone, at our last board meeting, I gave an update on our elementary camera upgrade project. At that time, we had 3 campuses that had not been done, that were Fraser, Hike, and Mound. As of now, Fraser and Hike are complete, and the install at Mound is in progress. Most of the cameras have already been installed at Mound, and by the end of the day tomorrow, all of the cameras that can be upgraded will be upgraded. There are a handful that will need to be done at a later time just due to the construction going on at that campus. Before school starts on Wednesday, all elementary campus upgrades will be complete, with the exception of those few at Mound. That's my only update for tonight. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Steve.
Okay, board members should have received the consent agenda in their packets. I need a motion to approve tonight's consent agenda. Okay, Mike, thank you. Second? Dallas, thank you. All in favor, raise your right hand. See none opposed, the motion passes. Now it's time for monthly financials with Miss Brenda Mize.
Mr. Jimerson, board members, crew. We get to spend all day together. We were at breakfast, dinner, so. Okay, I am doing the financials for June. This will be the last one for the 24-25 school year. Just a reminder, not all things have been accounted for in these financials. The auditors were here last week for interim. They'll be back in September for field work, and then we'll present the final 24-25 numbers in November. So compared to last year, we're at 118 million. We're at 90% of our total revenues in general fund. The main part of that is the state revenues that we have not received yet, and we'll get those in September when they do the near final. And then expenditures at 126 million. Same thing on here. We still have our accruals and our payables that will shore up when it gets to September. Food service revenues at 7 million, a little bit down from last year, and then expenditures at 7.7 million. For debt service, 39.4 million total revenues, and then our expenditures are at 49.7 million because of our defeasance that we did in May. That number is complete, and so that'll be our final for the 24-25 school year. Special revenue funds are at 66%. We've expended 7.6 million, and then these are the ones that go through September of this year. So we'll keep expending those until we get through September 25, and then they'll roll to the next year. Childcare at $1,028,000, just a little bit higher than they had anticipated, so they're right on track. And then expenditures at $1,053,000. Capital projects, which is our oil and gas, revenues right at $964,000, a little bit higher than we were last year at about $28,000, and then expenditures at $1.47. So you'll see on here our capital outlay, which is the Mound project, is at $1.4 million. So beginning balance $14.6 million. And ending balance $14,099,000. And payments over $10,000. So if you'll see on here, the list is complete in your packet. We have a lot going on. These are July payments, so we have a lot of our license renewals out of 199. Quite a bit of funds coming out of there, and then some out of activity, and then capital, and then our workers' comp claims. Steve's group and Paula, they put in all their POs in July. They spend all the money right away. They can't even wait. They can't even wait just a few days. Tax report.
Well, if they do, you'll take it away in
I
March.
know.
Principals, am I
earlier.
right? Am I right?
Or earlier. So, June collections for tax at $212,000, so $129 in M&O, $83,000 in INS, so a total of $86.9 million for the year. And then construction updates. So the clinic looks fantastic. I know driving by this morning, it was nice and fresh. So we just have 1 or 2 more pay apps for that project. And then, of course, Mound, we're just in the beginning stages, but they're doing really well over there, too. If you've driven by there, you'll see the front and the actual gym. So that is all for me for financials. Oh, I'm sorry, quarterly investment report. Sorry, this one, I know this is a lot of numbers. Our investment trend, so our interest trend, we're still in the pools. They've just gone down slightly. The high last year, of course, was a little bit between 5 and 5.5%. We're at about 4.44% at this time. That is the best value we have right now, is continuing in the pools, but we'll watch that. Like I shared with that Texas class, once it becomes more profitable for us to do treasuries and things of that nature, little short terms, we'll start doing that. But at this time, we're still best off at the pools. And that is it for financials. I do have one action item.
Okay, all right, thank you, Brenda, go ahead.
So it is time for our property insurance renewal. We came last year, if you recall, we started with a new company, and we're continuing with them. We have an extension for 1 more year. It starts in October. Excitingly, we've gone down 2%, so they have given us a not-to-exceed rate. They will continue to work the markets until mid-September, and then we have to renew October 1st. So in the meantime, what we have in here is just, it's $2.1 million. It's 2.3% less than it was last year. I think we've told this story. Remember the days when it used to be less than 300,000, you know, and we could tie in for 2 or 3 years. Well, those days are over. But we did get a decrease, and we also had our summary of value that was increased, which is a great thing because we wanted to make sure that we were insured properly. So usually when you increase your values, then your premiums go up also, but we were able to decrease our premiums and increase our value. So we're pleased with that, and we're very pleased with the company that we're with. So we're just asking the board tonight to approve a not-to-exceed rate. So if it comes in a little bit lower, of course, we'll be glad that happens, but if not, this is the rate that we're at today.
Okay, sounds great. I need a motion that the Board of Trustees approve the property and equipment breakdown insurance with a cap of $2,173,204. Okay, Dallas, second. Pat, all right, all in favor? All right, seeing none opposed, motion passes.
Thank you.
And on that motion that we just approved, we are also authorizing the superintendent or the designee to complete the negotiations and execute the contract. Okay. All right, now, second action item of the evening is to consider approval of the concussion oversight team members, and that's with Mr. Kevin Ozzie.
Good evening. Texas Education Code 38.153 gives you guys the privilege of approving our concussion oversight team and our return to play protocol for concussions. And that's all I'm going to say about that, because I'm going to turn it over in just a minute. Before I turn it over, I want to tell you how excited we are. We reorganized our sports medicine program, and we've named a head athletic trainer for the district. And the reason for the reorg is to service our student athletes more efficiently, in a better manner. So with that being said, the gentleman I'm getting ready to introduce, he and Nurse Pete, Courtney, got to thank you guys. They did a ton of legwork on all this. There's also a little bit of partnership with the clinic next door. Really cool things that these guys are doing behind the scenes in our sports medicine for Burleson ISD. In fact, I don't know of many other districts doing what these guys are doing. So with all that being said, I'd like to introduce our head athletic trainer for Burleson ISD, Dr. Chris Smith, and he's going to introduce the concussion oversight team to you.
Good evening. Dr. Chris Smith, head athletic trainer for Burleson ISD. When it comes to our concussion protocol, one of the first things I noticed when joining the district is that we weren't baselining our student athletes. So what that means is that if there was a suspected head injury, we have no baseline to kind of go off of and compare and contrast to see if this is something we should refer out to orthopedic, or if it's something we should kind of wait and see. Starting at BHS, we began Sway Medical. It's been successful in helping us accurately diagnose potential concussions And from there, we're able to share test scores not only with the student athlete and their parents, but directly with the physicians. That way, we're all on the same communication levels. When it comes to our concussion oversight team, myself, Courtney Peets, Dr. Josh Richard, who will take over the Texas Health Clinic that we're building, Dr. Lance Johnson with Lone Star Orthopedic, and as well as my staff of athletic trainers and our campus nurses. Together, we work in sync to ensure the safety and health care of all of our student athletes, especially when it comes to concussions. I say we include our campus nurses because our kids are in the academic classroom. Our goal is to keep them there in a health and safe manner. I'm thinking the long-term outcome. I'm thinking once this kid takes a shot at age 13, how are they going to react at age 30, 40, and 50? So the goal, we're long past the keep them at home, keep them in a dark room, wake them up periodically. We're well past that. My charge with my staff is that we are evidence-based in everything that we do. And the current research says that when we sustain a concussion, we can do a little bit of activity. So with this concussion oversight team, we're sharing notes. We're seeing what is going on with the student athlete. We're seeing what activity levels they can handle. They don't necessarily have to shut down completely from athletics. They can work with myself and my staff in doing cardio rehab, vestibular activity, focus, reaction drills, all in the safety of our athletic training room. Because the goal is to keep them on campus and decrease instructional time loss. So once we refer them out to their physician sends their note, yes, they're in your concussion protocol, and we take it from there. Once we feel that they are safely ready to integrate back into athletics, they've already gone through half of our return to play. So 2 years ago, it would have been a kid gets hurt, they're sitting out for at least 3 weeks. Now we can get a kid back safely in half the time while still monitoring their symptoms. They no longer have to be completely symptom-free. They will still have slight headaches and slight memory loss, but with the things that we're able to do, we're able to continuously rehab them so that child doesn't have to miss out on athletics. Research shows the longer they're out of athletics, the more prone they are to start making negative decisions outside of campus. So our goal is to keep them, again, as involved and as safe as possible. So with our new concussion oversight team, it kind of highlights the do's and don'ts. So you can't play football on Friday night if we think you have a concussion on Tuesday. But what you can do are light team activity drills that are individualized, non-touch. So that means on the sideline with me. We communicate that with the parents. They give us their comfort levels. They say, yes, I'm good with your protocol, or I'd actually like to scale back my child. We're always going to factor in parent input into this as well. Everything is patient specific. So one kid might track through our concussion protocol in 2 weeks. One might take 2 months. But again, it's all about individualizing for the needs and going back from what 5 years ago was just super generic and cookie cutter. We like to focus on the child at hand and treat them accordingly. So, that's all I got for y'all.
Great.
So tonight, oh, go ahead, you have the
Okay, before that, I need a motion that the Board of Trustees approve the concussion oversight team members for 2025, 2026 as presented. All right, Sean, thank you. Second. Mike, thank you. All in favor, raise your right hand. Seeing none opposed, motion passes.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Kevin.
Yeah, thank you to whoever came up with this, because this is some of the best stuff I've heard. This hit my house in a big, big way, and he's 27 years old now, and it's still an issue. So we didn't have this. We had Dr. Damon Blewett and great people at Ben Hogan, but to have this right here, man, because these are things you cannot, I mean, it's a car wreck times 10. So thank you guys very much. Meaningful.
I appreciate that. Okay, now we will consider update 125 from TASB and revisions to local policy and FNCE with Mr. Tommy Dyer.
Brenda stole Good evening. We have a couple of old items and one new item. Update 125 was presented last month. Simple stuff. BDAA, BDB, BDF, companion policies, EI, and FDE. So we're asking you to approve those as presented, and then two other updates. DEC was an information item last month rather. FNCE is another emergency adoption. If you remember last month, I deleted the slide. Last month, we asked you to adopt a policy under an emergency adoption so that we could roll it out for the upcoming start of the year. We're asking you to do this with FNCE as well. This is another one that follows a legislative session where people in Austin tell us that we have to do something. So you have to adopt a policy. You can either prohibit personal communication devices from entering campuses, or you can require them to be safely stowed away. Our administrators back here have decided that's the better of the two options, and so the policy recommended by TASB is just that, keeping a personal communication device safely off and away, and so it doesn't interfere with campus activities, classroom instruction, bell to bell all day long though. And so the policy provides for discipline for students who don't follow the new law, and that's what we're going to do. So we're asking you to adopt 125 as presented, and emergency adopt FNCE so that we can roll that out for the start of the year.
Okay.
That's it.
All right, I'm going to need a motion that the Board of Trustees approve update 125 in policy DEC local from TASB as presented. I hear a motion. Pat, thank you. Second. Dallas, thank you. All in favor? Raise your hand. Seeing none opposed, the motion passes. And now for the second motion, consistent with board policy BF local, I move that the board approve an emergency adoption of revisions to local policy FNCE as presented. Need a motion? Okay, Mike, thank you. A second. Stacy, thank you. All in favor, raise your right hand. Seeing none opposed, motion passes.
And no shenanigans.
And thank you, Mr. Duck.
Thank you. Okay, next is consider the memorandum of understanding with Education Service Center Region 11 regarding authorized provider for learning acceleration support systems, or LASO, L-A-S-O. Cycle 3, Strong Foundations Implementation, Part C, grant with Dr. Stacia Pierce.
I could have walked a little slower with all of those words.
Lot.
This evening, I'm bringing to you a recommendation to partner with Region 11. We are continuing a partnership that we had done last year, as well to through grant funding for support to implement instructional materials, high quality, and that is in your board book. Any questions?
All right. I need a motion that the Board of Trustees approve the Memorandum of Understanding with Region 11 for Strong Foundations implementations as presented. Your motion? Thank you, Pat. A second? Second. Dallas, thank you. All in favor, raise your hand. None opposed, motion passes. Thank you.
Thank you, Stacia.
So the last action item for the evening is with Miss Leanne Author.
Good
To
evening.
consider approval. To consider approval of the 2025 Student Code of Conduct. Thanks, Leanne.
Good evening. Tonight, I bring to you the Student Code of Conduct. We bring this every year and take some of the new legislation and make sure that we're compliant with all of that. And so we've done that and bring that to you tonight.
Okay. I need a motion that the Board of Trustees adopt the Student Code of Conduct for 25-26 as presented. Stacy, thank you. Is there a second? Sean, thank you. All in favor, raise your hand. Seeing none opposed, the motion passes.
Thank you.
And that brings us to the end of our meeting this evening. So this meeting is adjourned at 7:11. Thank you.